If I could survive Love Island, I could survive Die Skiving.
By the end of the season, I actually need a dictionary of all of Amaya's sayings. All of them. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie for those who don't know me, and I'm obviously in a different space. Y'all, I had to come and give Nick Alandra their own video because am I feeling like filming right now? No, not in the slightest, but we had to come and talk about this. So before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. So a big factor why I was struggling to root for Nick Alandra was because of the presence of Taylor and Sierra. Now of course we know Taylor's no longer in the picture for Alandra, and neither is Sierra, because they have finally plucked her out of the villa. They said Sierra left the show for personal reasons. Child, I don't care what the reasons are. Bye girl. Let's actually see Nick in his natural habitat, okay? Let's see how this man acts now that he actually gets to be with somebody who he truly likes. I'm sorry. The Nick Alandra edits were really starting to get to me. They really were. I was buying it. Hook, line, and sinker. And I'm in. So we're going to start with Huda. She says that she thought more guys were going to kiss her in the challenge. Not sure why, especially because all the guys have either already experienced her in the main villa or have experienced her on TV before going on to Casa. Like, they know I ain't trying to go over there for real. You know what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, I mean, we're open. That makes me think that you have somebody you have your eyes on. Who do you want to talk to? Who do you want to talk to? Share with the class. Let us know. Okay. She did admit something which confirms what a lot of us have been saying. She says this time around, she doesn't want to just jump to the physical. I'm glad you said it, girl, because we are all like, why every time if there's an altercation or if she's trying to solidify a connection, it's like, oh, well, let's touch each other. And even her flirting is, let me touch you, let me put my hands on you, let me try to kiss you, let me whatever. I'm glad this time around she's doing things a little bit different. Hopefully it works out for her. We will see. Then we have Taylor, who plans a date for Clark, aka my lady. Y'all remember how Alandra kept saying my man, my man, my man? The man did never call her my lady. He's now calling Clark his lady, and he's planning a date unprovoked. He has Ace running around doing his bidding. I said, well, looky here.
You're helping Taylor out today. Good morning, Clark.
Good morning. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
You're welcome. You think you can make it in the country world? Are you ready for this hard knock life?
I guess I'll have to find out.
He said he wants to plan the date for her because, this is the quote, he wants to show her that it is real. Not you laughing. Is there more to say? Is there more to say? I think that some people wanted to be optimistic because they love Alandra so much. I think majority of people did understand that the Taylor and Alandra thing, it just wasn't it. Ian Sterling was saying that he didn't realize that, they weren't vibing as much as everybody else was thinking that they weren't vibing. So there's a subsect of people who really thought Taylor and Alandra were that couple. No, they were not. They were not. The way that he's with Clark right now, that's a man who's genuinely interested. He takes initiative. He's very doting. Doesn't have to be super physical, but he is a lot more physical this time around, a lot more verbally affectionate. Like, he goes out of his way to make sure that Clark knows, hey, I'm thinking about you. Hey, I'm attracted to you. Hey, I want a future with you. Like, come on. Let's be so for real. I love that for Clark. They are one of the couples that I actually can believe in their connection right now. We'll see where things go with them. Pepe and Iris talk about him being a musician. Now, I did see the video of Pepe strumming his guitar. I didn't know that he played more than that. Iris, baby girl, I'd be careful. As a girly who was raised in the church, you gotta stay away from the men with the instruments. Then we have Amaya and Brian, who talk on the dock about their families being from the same countryside and just what they're looking for and whatever, right? So in the last video, some of you guys were questioning Brian's intentions because of his body language. For me, if you're questioning his intentions because of something else, fine. But if it's body language, I feel like a lot of these guys, they're not the best with the body language. I mean, Ace, for crying out loud, still talks to Shelly like this sometimes. So I don't really know. The least that Brian could do is maybe like get closer to her, because she's always the one leaning in. He's always leaning back, but at the very least, he's open. To me, that's receptive enough. I'm okay with it. And then some people in the comments were trying to say that Amaya is promiscuous. Listen, y'all done already called me out for being fast, basically. Y'all didn't say the word. I said fast, but basically y'all saying I'm fast. But there are women on the show who have literally had sex. They've literally had sex, and we're calling Amaya promiscuous because she likes to kiss? Yo, shout out to the OG Discord people when we used to be on there every day. The stories I would tell them, I guess I couldn't tell y'all because y'all will call me promiscuous too. Hell, maybe I am. Whatever. I'm with you, Amaya. I like that she is really vibing with Brian. I would like for him to initiate more, because he did initiate the first one technically, but she's like always going in for the physical. Baby girl, let him chase you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You're giving him a lot. Let him work for it. Amaya is like the hot topic of the episode. We have Zach, who later talks to her. He's like, I just felt like there was still something between us, and blah, 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 whatever. Even his handler on Instagram was like, this is Zach hugging away his 100K. I'm pretty sure because the man has been on TV before, he knows he's being perceived. He obviously now knows that Amaya is a fan favorite. This is so calculated. We're not buying it at all. I'm also not buying Elan's connection with Amaya. Granted, he did express interest in her before knowing how America thought about her. But to me, Elan is the type who's just grasping at straws, Who's single? Stop. The only person outside of Sierra who I actually believe that he could be interested in maybe would be Iris, but we didn't see any conversation with Iris. I guess she also too just hopped straight over to Pepe. But Amaya, nah, I don't see it for him. I don't even know if he'd be able to handle her emotions, to be honest with you. And can I be real? I wasn't really paying too much attention to this conversation because I don't like the way he walks. Yeah. Do you guys remember Mehdi from Love Island UK? You see? He walks like Mehdi, and I was so distracted. And I'm a bad walker too. Don't get me wrong. Like, I do a little bit of a waddle, whatever, okay? But his walk was so distracting. I could not pay attention. Also, I had an epiphany with Amaya, because you know how everybody's talking about her emotions, whatever, right? And I was wondering, so why doesn't it bother me regarding Amaya? She stands on her emotions. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't use her emotions like, oh, well, you pushed me to this point, or woe is me, like nothing ever works for me, whatever. If she has a mental breakdown, she picks herself back up and she keeps on trucking. If a guy rejects her, she picks herself back up and she keeps on going. Like, this girl stands on her emotions. Even her outbursts, she's like, my bad, I shouldn't speak to you that way. That's not how I want to conduct myself. Like, I love how real she is, even with herself. And that I can appreciate. I don't like people who weaponize their tears. I don't like people who like to play the victim. I don't like people who like repeat patterns and then they wonder, what the hell is wrong? Like, why aren't things working out with me? Because you're the problem. But at least with Amaya, I've never seen her sulk about having a hard time on the show. She literally just keeps on going, and I love that about her. Ace and Shelly both wake up in a really good mood, and they want to get to know each other a little bit better.
What was it like growing up for you?
Things were never perfect, like ever. We ended up like moving to a shelter. Powerful our relationship actually is. I definitely feel like Ace is always peeling layers of himself with me.
Now, I'm sorry. When I said these two don't talk about anything, I meant it. Because you're telling me it took you a month and a half to now ask, how was your upbringing? I'm sorry. I don't know if it's because like I'm a little bit older than them or whatever. I'm getting that stuff out immediately. I need to know, hey, what's your upbringing? What's your relationship with your family? Like, how does that now play a part in how you move today? Like, those are things that I need to know before I even entertain a relationship with you. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that it's a write-off, but it just gives me some context on who you are, how I will show up in this relationship, how you need me to show up for you, all that kind of stuff. So what have they been talking about all this time? What bond have they been creating? These two are running off of vibes, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's hard for me to believe in this bond, especially when Ace was like, how could she throw away this great connection that we've had over 4 days of knowing this person? Because when you look at all the time that you guys have spent together, what have you actually cultivated as a relationship? What is there? What is this relationship standing on? They had a conversation where Shelly told him to his face, you don't know nothing about me. And on top of that too, he probably doesn't know because he doesn't ask. And I don't want to take away from the vulnerable conversation that they had. It was a good conversation. I relate so much. Shelly, I mean, not to say that I had the exact same plight that she had, but being an immigrant, that uncertainty is so real. He had deep conversations with Iris and Coco quite early on. So I'm just like, is production removing that, or are they just actually not taking the time to have those deep conversations? I don't know. I'm just struggling to buy this connection. If they make it in the end, I mean, I can't vote anyways, but if I was voting, I cannot vote for Ace at this point. I can't. He done played too much. And for me, I don't want to give him the satisfaction of the win. Nick Alandra stands. It is your time to rise.
It's a weird thing for all of us to navigate, especially you.
I know they kind of had like a thing, and it's just a thought. Or maybe they could rekindle.
That's not like impossible.
Someone I feel who would have my back, who I'm attracted to, yeah, like that person would be you.
Nick is here saying to the girl, hey, would you be open to connections? And she's like, yeah, you know, Zach is kind of, hey, baby girl. He's putting out a feeler for himself. Okay? Alandra, sometimes I need her to just wake up. I need her to open her eyes to look at what's happening, because I'm just like, he's asking for himself, not for Zach. But anyways, they keep talking about this strong connection that they've had. I mean, mainly because of friendship. He says that she has unwavering loyalty. From that time that he said that, I was like, I think he's kind of positioning himself to that, like, if ever I'm at a risk, you know, girl, I've been there for you. You better show up for me too. But I'm not mad at it. Honestly, I'm not mad at it at all. For me, my thing was, number one, how far they are in the process, how connected they were to their partners, and the relationship they had with each other's partners. And now that both of those scenarios don't matter, I don't see why they couldn't do it. So some people do think that this is also produced. Yeah, most likely. I mean, it's still a show at the end of the day. But I feel this is more organic than the first time they tried to explore things. Later, we see a conversation between Zach and Alandra. And yeah, no, I'm sorry. This man gives opportunist. And honestly, because he's already been down this road before, I question why he's even on Love Island. He hasn't been connecting with anybody. He hasn't really shown to be a person who pursues women in the way that these women at least want to be pursued. And now I feel like you're latching onto Alandra because it's your last straw. Like, what has he actually done to woo Alandra? Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing at all. And this is sad because in Casa Amor, I was rooting for their potential. When you look at their compatibility on paper, it could have been something. But Zach wanted the physical, even though now he's changing the story, talking about, oh, well, I let you kiss me. And if I was on the outside, I would, please. Also, this man said, I F with you. If you've been here for a while, you know I cannot stand that saying. I know I have a clip. Of that phrase, or even like, I rock with you, I F with you. I don't like it. Anytime a man has told me he rocked with me, he in fact did not rock with me. No, he did not. So I'm triggered. When I hear that, I'm just like, oh, child, he lying. Ooh, he lying. Moving on, they get a text that there's going to be a recoupling and the guys left single are going to be vulnerable. We do learn that they are actually going to be dumped. So before the recoupling, we have Nick and Alandra have another conversation. So Nick keeps saying that he wants to explore this connection because of the loyalty, because of the friendship, because of the whatever. And, you know, I think he's trying to just ease his way into it, especially because they already had that conversation where it was like, you know what, it's just friends between us, what, right? But now Alandra is actually starting to bite. And I think that he could sense, okay, she's softening up to the idea of it actually being romantic and us fully exploring that. He says that she brings out the best in him. And we see that to be true. That is why the edits have gotten me. Every time we've seen Nick be so chivalrous, so caring, so doting, so whatever, it's been towards Alandra. We see more examples of that than examples of him showing up in that same way for Sierra. You know what I'm saying? And he says that this is rare for him. So maybe he does need somebody who's a little bit more, for lack of a better term, like stush, which is what Taylor didn't like. Taylor was like, yo, I actually feel like I can finally be free and goofy and kid-like with Clark, whereas I couldn't do that with Alandra. Maybe Nick needs somebody like that. And Nick himself says that he likes that he can bring out the goofy, kiddish side from Alandra. So they definitely have that yin and yang. There really could be something beautiful. So on to the recoupling. We have Shelly, who picks Ace. Clark picks Taylor. Huda picks Chris. And she admits that the connection was a last-minute decision. So for the people who want to say that Shelly was doing too much when she was like, oh, you said that you were bringing him for me. Even Huda is saying that, oh, well, I want to pursue him too, was definitely a last-minute decision. Then we have Iris, who picks Pepe. Alandra picks Nick. And Amaya picks Brian, meaning that Zach and Elin have been dumped. Not a single tear was shed. Not a single one. Not even Amaya's, trademark. Oh, no. Nope. Bye. Good riddance. Okay. So the girlies are talking about their connections, and Alandra is really, she's really teasing this idea of her and Nick. And so they have yet another conversation.
We meet again.
We meet again. I think it's cool we get to try it again with like more clarity this time.
Right. None of us pictured this being our reality towards the end.
I'm gonna be honest, I still get nervous like talking to you.
Me?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know why.
Love to keep you on your toes.
Exactly.
Was this supposed to be the story all along? Were we just purposely oblivious to it?
Nick, even after being close off with Sierra, you still get nervous around Alandria? I'm sorry, this man is not beating the allegations that he didn't like Sierra like that. I don't know if Sierra was going home thinking, okay, I'm gonna deal with this whole, racial slur thing, and then my man's gonna come back and we're gonna sort something out. Baby, I think that's over for you. I think that's over. Whether or not Nick wants to pursue things with her, seeing the difference with how he relates to her and how he relates to Alandria, honestly, I just have to let them have it. I would have to. What do you mean you still get nervous talking to this girl after you close things off with me? After our 40-second sex? Are you crazy? I would lose my mind. And so again, he's like, yeah, you bring out this side of me. You did it. He wants this bad. I don't know how far it's gonna go. I don't know if it's just a villa thing. If they try to make it on the outside, we already have his family in full support. I don't know how Alandra's people feel about it, but I don't know, guys. This might be the plot twist of the season. They are gonna be my winning couple if they actually, make something shake. I'd vote for them. I'd vote for Amaya and Brian. Just on principle, I cannot vote for Ace and Shelly. I'm sorry. Shelly, but Ace, you done played too much. I'm not rewarding him. And then maybe Clark and Taylor. I'm not mad at them, honestly. And then if I see more depth with Iris and Pepe, they might be good runner-ups for me. My friend really likes Iris. I really like Pepe. I'm not mad at them together. We just haven't seen enough of them. And then, Nick Alandra. Why not? Why not? This season, we were struggling to get connections, and we're finally starting to see some things, move in this villa. So, yeah. You guys let me know if you're feeling the Nick Alandria storyline being back on our screens. Yeah. How do you guys feel about that? Let me know. Let me know in the comments down below. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.